correct Joe Rogan on the about Trump and stuff. Like, hey, you starting to get a little tight with him, like.
Theo Von was calling Rogan out,
calling them out on it, on their bullshit. Like,
I didn't think
there's no problem with some of the bullshit going on. I don't know.
You know who
exactly what he brought up. I didn't
see it.
It was just a little clip I saw. And then Rogan tried to just hurry up and change the subject. Then the next day, Rogan signing some bill standing
in the Oval Office.
In the Oval Office, standing behind Trump.
That
because he used to call Trump out. I guess
some, and then I think they're more buddies now. Yeah. That
but
was about
he's
psilocybin.
in though.
The Oval Office signing, the bill signing thing was about psilocybin. Opening it up for medical research, and
hey, Rogan's in he's in the inner circle.
He's in the inner circle.
He's in the inner circle, man. Hey,
you know what I thought was interesting about Theo Von?
Why we still,
who Senator John Kennedy is?
Tight with Israel. Yeah, that's the Louisiana dude.
Yeah. Kind of crazy.
I saw a clip of him. He said, I ain't saying you the stupidest person, but you better not hope the stupidest person die. Like he'll say some shit like that.
Funny.
You know what I'm saying? So what happened if the stupidest person died? Then you gonna be the
bad
stupid.
shape.
He cracks me up. He says some funny shit.
He's very funny.
Yeah, he
but
is.
He's also a big time supporter of Israel, and Theo Von gave him hell about it. Like,
did he come? He came on Theo Von's show.
He was on Theo Von's podcast. And Theo Von openly was questioning him about, damn, Theo Von, you got info. Openly questioning him about our relationship with Israel, how we spend so much money on them. It is a little strange. It is a little. I think it's a lot strange.
Our relationship with Israel.
Talked about the the whole Hamas and Palestine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know much about that. I've intentionally I can't do nothing about it, so I don't get worked up about it. But he really put Senator John Kennedy. He put his feet to the fire. It was pretty impressive.
Why are we so tight with Israel?
Why are we so tight with Israel? Why they got their own PAC?
Why are we willing to go to war with Iran because of Israel?
Correct.
What happened to the president of peace? No wars. I'm pretty sure Trump ran on that shit.
He did.
Like no wars. I'm all about peace. I'm going to stop the war between Russia and Ukraine. I'm gonna release the Epstein files.
I mean,
he gave us a lot of promises that he haven't delivered on, Shay.
I think that if Trump were asked that, I think he would say that his actions are preventing a larger war. But they always say that. I'm not defending it. I'm saying I think that was what he would say. But back to J.D. Vance.
Mm-hmm.
It is he's an odd case.
He came out of left field. Like, I don't know where the fuck J.D. Vance came from. Wasn't he like a mayor or something of Ohio or something?
He's only 41 years old.
Yeah, he's my age. Me and J.D. Vance the same age.
He's a Marine. He's done a lot of stuff in 41 years, but he didn't, obviously didn't have much experience doing it because he's only 41. Written a couple books. But he seems a little perfect. He's married to a woman of color. They have children together. She's pregnant currently, expecting their fourth child together.
Mm-hmm.
So...
What you be woman of color?
She's non-white.
She black? No, I didn't.
She's non-white. I'm not gonna say what race she is because I don't.
That's a new detail to me. I didn't know he was married to a.
I don't think she's what would be.
We would know if he was married to a black woman.
She's a darker skin, maybe Indian or something. She certainly has dark. If you see them together, you ain't gonna mistake the fact that they're an interracial couple. No, she's not black.
We would know that. That'll be.
Yeah, she's not.
That'll give him some points with us.
Big hoop earrings and whatever. No, she's not.
What you mean? All black women wear big hoop earrings, Shay?
No,
all black women don't wear big.
That is exactly correct. All black women don't. And the one that J.D. Vance is married to,
especially J.D. Vance, when they wear no big hoop earrings.
Correct. You didn't see Michelle Obama wearing big hoop earrings.
No, she had class.
She had class. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying if you wear big hoop earrings, you don't have class either. That's not what I'm saying. I don't know shit. I'm just saying.
I'm not saying that either. Because sometimes big hoop earrings can be kind of sexy. Big old fro.
Indian American. She's Indian American.
Big old hoop earrings. Indian American.
Beautiful. She's beautiful. Yeah, she's absolutely beautiful. I bet their kids
pretty sure the vice president ain't gonna have no ugly wife.
But
has it ever been an ugly woman in the White House?
Oh, for sure.
Ooh.
Ugly women?
Ain't been no ugly woman in the White. The first lady ain't never been ugly.
Oh, for sure, especially back in the day.
In the last 50 years.
Did you ever see Eleanor Roosevelt? Okay, that's more than 50 years, barely. But
well, you talk about people who didn't have dental hygiene way back then. Like you weren't going to the dentist every 6 months and doing stuff like that, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, you got pictures of Eleanor
you
Roosevelt.
You could keep yourself
really
up. Was she big boned? She sound like she a big.
She's just unattractive.
A big boned woman.
I don't know if she's big boned. I don't think so. She's just unattractive. Just generally speaking, she's like a 3 beer, maybe 4.
A who?
A 3 beer or 4. Takes 3 or 4 beers just for her to be looking good.
That ain't that bad.
3 or 4, okay.
I thought you were gonna say at least a 6-pack.
She older on, she was probably at least a 6. You know,
a 6-pack before you even consider.
She was like a good 40 is what I'm saying.
Like a last resort. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, everything else done fell through.
The end of the night at the bar,
and everything done fell through.
She was unattractive.
Yeah. I don't know where we're going.
Who was the most attractive female first lady?
I don't know.
To me, Michelle.
Marilyn Monroe.
Like I don't want nothing to do with her. What's her name? Oh, Jackie Onassis Kennedy was very pretty in her day. She was very attractive.
He was in Marilyn Monroe too.
That's true. And you know Jackie O knew about that shit.
Whatever. You live in the White House.
You got to be married to the president.
You married to the president. You live in the White House. Shut the fuck up.
Nancy Reagan wasn't anything special.
No. She had to be in her 60s when he became president, though. She was in her 60s
Ivanka
already,
Trump,
I think, though.
Ivanka Trump's probably the first, like, true supermodel.
Yeah, you can pull up pictures of her boobs.
Oh, yeah. You can
see the first lady boobs.
That's a good point.
That is crazy. I can pull up a picture of the first lady in the Mile High Club, butt-ass naked.
Yeah, you sure can.
Of the first lady.
Now I pretty much need to Google search it just to say I did.
You saw the first lady's boobs.
You got a first lady whose
that was her
titties
first
are out
rendition. Who tell her what? I don't know what number of boobs she's on now.
It's been a long time, I'm sure.
She can change her boobs out whenever she wants.
Au natural.
She ain't no au natural.
No, but I'm saying I bet it's been a long time since she took her clothes off. Ivanka Trump.
She takes her clothes off every night.
I'm talking about on camera or whatever.
Oh, well, yeah.
Ain't nobody took a picture of her that way, except for maybe Trump, and he's probably got plenty anyways. Yeah. I'm just saying it's been a long time since she posed topless. Is that a better way of saying that?
On her way to the top. You know, you got to do what you got to do. I mean, I ain't hating on her.
No, listen, if I had titties and somebody offered, yeah, sure. You'll pay me how much? Okay.
But I did have a crush on Michelle Obama.
Michelle Obama. She was beautiful. To your point,
when they first got elected, I was like,
she carried herself classy. I didn't necessarily like all the things she said, but I don't think it's necessarily important to like.
Even listening to that, she said.
Okay.
I know, but
yeah, I was listening to some.
I thought she was in shape. She had a nice physique.
She most certainly did, and she. Yeah, no. Michelle was I think she was a.
Who was the president? I can't even remember Bush wife before Obama.
Wasn't nothing to remember there. Yeah, none of the Bushes.
Hillary
wasn't ever.
Hillary whatever.
Even when she was young, she wasn't cute. I don't know what his.
Yeah, she was rich.
Bill Clinton liked him some plain to unattractive looking women.
I think it was just by
how you the most you're the president of the world, and the person who you choose to do a little diddly with in the Oval Office is Monica Lewinsky. I'm not saying she was a dog, but I'm not picking her out of a lineup. She's like a 1 a.m. maybe.
Out of convenience.
Like
she was there.
Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. And she pretty much threw herself at him.
Which one?
Monica Lewinsky.
And then turned his ass in.
She told girlfriends when she went to be an intern that she was going with her presidential knee pads. That was a statement that she made.
That was her running joke.
It was, one of them. Apparently it was a running joke that she was going to try and blow the president, and she did.
Wow. And
then she kept the dress he spooged on. That's some.
Oh, he didn't cover up. You got to clean that up. You couldn't even.
She kept the dress.
That's presidential spooge. Like you got to catch that. You can't got to put that in a cup. You can't take that with you.
She didn't wash it. She kept the dress unwashed.
That's what got him.
That was that was proof. Yeah. That was the hard DNA evidence proof. Yes, this is the president.
You see, I heard this one story about Drake. I don't know if you ever heard of rapper Drake.
I've heard of him, yeah.
But he slept with this one chick. He's Drake, One night stand.
Talking about the hot sauce.
And put hot sauce in the condom and threw it in the garbage can. Because it's supposed to do two things. Like, it's supposed to kill the sperm, So the girl went in the bathroom, grabbed the condom out.
Right. Tried to, yeah.
And I'm like, story. Hot sauce, you can see hot sauce, though. She still inseminated this red liquid spooge.
You think she did it right then?
Yeah.
Maybe she just was,
Say he heard her hollering in there.
Okay, yeah. She probably just, I don't want to, yeah.
You that desperate?
Yeah. Oh, but yeah, of course they are. Sure they are.
Well,
to have a kid by
I'm
Drake.
going to have a baby with Drake.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if he got blood in his sperm or whatever you may have thought it was. Like, that is horrible.
If you think about from the perspective of, a hood rat, whatever terminology you want to use, from somebody that's never had anything, we talked about.
And I can have a baby by Drake?
For sure, yeah. That would be the ultimate, for sure. Just having a baby for those people is going to be a lot of times a situation where they get more money from the state than they had coming in before. And so it's advantageous to have a baby just from the social benefits of it.
The money you get from the state
and then you
is
talk
not
about
worth what you got to put up with.
Not to me and you for sure, but if you're talking about somebody that has spent their whole life in the projects or whatever, it's a different set of ceilings, a different set of values.
I want a project chick, a hood rat chick.
But you say
the one that give a fuck and say she took that dick.
Damn.
That's the type of girl I want, Shay.
Damn. I'm glad I'm not famous. That's all. I don't want to deal with that.
Oh shit! You gonna be famous by proximity, Shane.
Look, we might be famous
because I'm famous. When I get famous, you gonna be famous. And if you famous, I'm famous. Hopefully, by proximity, you gonna be famous.
At this stage of life, I could handle it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it wouldn't. It would just be a major nuisance, annoyance to me.
Mm-hmm.
But hopefully, with that fame came enough money that I could isolate myself even more than I do.
Correct.
Do I need to? How tall do I need to build a fence around my yard?
Mm-hmm.
My neighbors will understand, and if they don't,
and you ain't flying commercial no more. If it's commercial, you flying first class. You up there kind of in your own little world on the front of the plane.
That's the other thing, man.
First to get on, last to get off.
If we hit big,
or
we're gonna
first
travel?
to get off, I don't know shit.
Hey, let's do an intro.
I will. I'm traveling. I don't even know where we.
No,
what we talking about? Did we finish
podcast.
JD Vance? Fuck JD Vance. Come on our podcast. You can say fuck all you want.
That's a good point. What if we could get JD? No, man. All right. Let's do an intro. Coming to you now from that 86 Kids studio deep in the bowels of Huntsville, Alabama.
Hey.
Here with my co-host, Q the Messenger, our illustrious producer, Kevin the Boss Man Richardson. Woo.
Yeah.
They call me Shane the Brain, and this is a brilliant episode of Vendor Chronicles.
Is it? It's already off the fucking rails.
Let's go. We're halfway done anyway.
Yeah, we're done. We already down in the weeds.
JD Vance. Here's what I'm gonna say. All right. His wife is non-white.
Both of them.
Which allows him
Trump
into
and JD, ain't he?
I think Ivanka's white.
She's a white immigrant.
Correct. So I think that, checks a box.
I don't want to get you off.
Okay.
Yeah, keep going, Shay. I'm sorry.
He's very beholden to some major corporations. Well, I'm not. I didn't bring research with me, so I'm not going to talk out of my ass. Other than he has some. Let me rephrase. He has some very solid ties to some major corporations, some of which have been at minimum controversial. I'm almost positive he's heavily either invested or heavily connected with the company that owns the Flock cameras, which
Palantir.
really bothers me. Palantir. Thank
Palantir.
you. Yep. Thank you. Yeah, you know more about it than I do.
Palantir.
I think that when you look at the image that he projects, first of all, he's very, very smooth. He's very smooth. In interviews, he went on The View and held his own. He did good on The View. Trump couldn't go on The View.
Mm-hmm.
No way. No way he could do it. I mean, he would, it'd be a bull in a china shop. It's almost as though he's been preparing for this his whole life, which maybe he has.
Groomed.
Thank you. That might be a better.
I think maybe groomed for this.
And I think when you look at his image, we mentioned the fact that he likes to say fuck on camera a lot. I've seen 2 of his interviews where he didn't say fuck on The View. That goes on the mainstream media. But he said it a bunch of times on the Mike Rowe podcast. Not necessary.
I didn't know he went on Mike Rowe.
Recently, he was on Mike Rowe.
So he's
And
been doing making his round.
He wrote a book.
Podcast circuit.
Yeah, he's doing the podcast circuit because he recently wrote a book. It's his second book.
So he's promoting his book on
He's promoting his book.
podcasts.
He went on Mike Rowe and they didn't even talk about politics. They talked about family and faith and shit. A lot of his book is about faith and his religion and everything.
And but the F-bomb.
But he likes to drop the F-bomb. I think he's trying to appeal to a very specific demographic.
Like who?
Hard to say.
Not me.
Maybe he might be trying to get you with the F word.
You gotta bring a little bit more substance to that for the VP. Just because you use the F word, I mean,
I agree.
Look,
but it does make somebody who's a little
your
bit
position F-bomb is not gonna get it.
It does make somebody that's a little bit outside of maybe the mainstream way of doing things.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody like us, for instance, you know, that maybe isn't necessarily enamored with everything the government does. Oh, he said fuck on the DOVs 3 times. Holy shit. Okay. What else has he got to say?
Mm-hmm.
At least we know he's being real, right? He may not be being real at all.
Mm.
Hang on. I got to get a drink. I just wonder, to your point, is he a groom? Is he a plant? Is he the Manchurian candidate? Is it? I don't know, man. I think that he's
Peter Thiel and his company,
right?
Palantir, all the flock. What did it say? 30 million flock cameras or some shit, some outrageous number that
and growing exponentially.
The government's giving these companies that basically to surveil us.
100% to surveillance.
Facial recognition, tag recognition. Yep. I mean, it's crazy.
Yep.
Like I from my what I've known, that those flock cameras can like see your tag.
Oh, for sure.
And the police show up at your damn door. Hey, why'd you run that stop sign? Why'd you do this? Like, they're going after people that way. You get a ticket in the mail, you be like, where the fuck this ticket came from? It's crazy.
100%.
I thought it's the land of the free, home of the brave. We under constant surveillance.
When it comes to those flock cameras, it's land of the fee and home of the slave, because they're going to get you a fee.
Because they finna get your ass.
If they're watching you everywhere you go, now you are a slave.
I don't think they made it to Huntsville yet. I don't think.
I think that's incorrect. I believe that there are flock cameras.
Some here?
I'm almost positive that that's the case. Mr. Producer, he's already
really.
I'm almost positive that there are. I'm almost positive that there are some in Athens, and I'm fairly certain that we do have them here in Huntsville. Yeah. Yep.
I think we need to put a stop to this shit.
What do we?
You ain't gonna be able to fucking get away with nothing.
And it's not even about getting away with something.
I mean, I'm not doing nothing to get away with, but I'm just saying I don't want to be under constant surveillance and scrutiny.
I do not want to be
like
under constant surveillance and scrutiny like that. I do not.
Wow.
If you got nothing to hide, okay, well, you got nothing to hide. Why are you wearing clothes?
Mm-hmm.
Because, propriety, whatever. This is America, motherfucker. That's why.
This is America.
This is America. And 100, we have 100 flock cameras in what? Huntsville, Madison County?
Wow.
I can't see it, brother. Across North Alabama, there's 100 of those already.
100 of them.
When does 100 become 10,000?
Wow.
100,000.
On every damn corner. I think it's something like the urban communities. They're tearing them down.
Put one on
shooting them out like they're.
I think it's more than just the urban communities.
They're getting rid of them. They're like, fuck it.
You know what? The flock cameras are one thing that's going to unite people across some different lines. They'll be like, oh, goddammit, you out shooting flock cameras? Hell yeah, motherfucker, we shooting them out. Fuck yeah, come on.
Motherfuckers out.
Get in the truck.
And then they go get you because it saw you right before you shot the motherfucker.
That's true. That's the point.
Okay,
it's like, okay,
that don't go nowhere. Like, yeah, we saw your ass.
And if you do, I heard even if you do something to obstruct it or whatever, then you can be charged with a crime of something. Like, that comes to a point where, yeah, maybe we need to buy us an old $500 beater that barely runs and put some masks on and fucking go shooting those some bitches out.
Shoot them bitches out.
Yep. That's one that I think might require action.
It's low key scary. When they're using AI to police us.
Correct. And it's like those red light cameras. I've heard that in some places they've been, some states have said they're unconstitutional because
I think they are.
Here's the thing. They send you a ticket But now the burden of proof is on you to prove that this ain't you or that you didn't do it or whatever it might be. And that's not the way it works. The burden of proof is supposed to lie on the state to prove that you did something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
They got a ticket, they got a picture of your license plate and a computer saying you were going 57 in a 50 or whatever it is. Okay, do they have you behind the wheel? Can you prove it was me? How do you know who was driving, whatever? And then you hear stories about...
My son got one in Florida a couple months ago.
From an electronic camera? Yep. They just mail that shit to you.
Mailed that motherfucker to him. I said, don't pay it.
Is, well, I mean, and that's one thing, but how much is the ticket?
Shit, the ticket was like $180, something like that. It was enough to be uncomfortable for anyone.
Correct, but not enough to. If it was $500, you'd be like, "Fuck this, I'm going to court."
And it's in Florida. Fuck that. You don't even
Correct.
drive in Florida.
Correct.
Okay. Fuck Florida.
No, because they'll suspend your license here. Florida will definitely call.
No.
Yes, they will.
No.
Yes. Oh, okay.
Over a ticket? No.
Yes, they will.
No.
They're not going to extradite you.
You go for a ticket?
They're putting a hit on your license.
They have no jurisdiction.
They don't.
Florida and Alabama are two separate states.
Look it up.
Now, if you get that ticket in Alabama, it might behoove you to take care of that.
If you get it in any state,
no, I'm not paying shit from another state.
And they're gonna put a thing on you.
Readers don't just scan tags looking for stolen cars or vehicles on a hot list. The cameras take a photo of every car that passes, stamped with the precise time and location. The more cameras you pass, the clearer the picture of your movements. All of that data is saved in a database for 30 days, shared with connected police departments, allowing the government to go back in time to see where your car was and when. No warrant required, whether you're suspected of a crime or not.
Why not just do hot list alerts?
Did this all start with the Patriot Act? Like, did the Patriot Act was like
that's a good question.
The gateway to shit like this 30 years later?
That's a very good question. I don't know.
25 years later, however long it's been since they passed that Patriot Act. Early 2000s?
Oh, that's a very good question. That's a very, very good question. Does this go back to the Patriot Act? Wow, I hadn't thought about that.
Mm-hmm.
Good point, though.
They just make shit sound so good. The Patriot Act. Who wouldn't get behind something called the Patriot Act before we even read it?
Yeah.
Or what's that? USAID?
Correct. Yeah.
Like when you're USAID,
you're like,
oh shit, hell yeah.
And it doesn't mean aid at all.
It don't mean aid at all. Did they break it down? You be like, that don't got that to do with fucking
Don't
USAID.
have nothing to do with aid. No. Then you see where the money goes, and you're like, what the fuck, man? Some of it
These
they say, well,
double
we spent money on
entendres they
goodwill
playing on
programs.
us, like fuck.
With people who don't have their eyes open. I don't know, man.
Damn, we
I think the flock cameras are a good place to start, though. I say pull them bitches down. If everybody pulls one down, who they gonna get?
Everybody pull them down.
If it's 100 of us all out there together, who they gonna get?
You can't fucking stop us.
You can't stop 100 of us.
You can't.
That'd be the way to do it. Fuck KKK mask. We'll come up with an anti-flock mask.
I got a story about that
one.
too. That you bring that up.
Tell it
but,
to me. I wanna hear it.
You want to hear it now?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay, I thought you had something you wanted to get off your chest about Daniel or something like that.
Oh yeah, we can.
Want to talk about Daniel?
Yeah. No, what you got?
Okay, so when I went to Atlanta for my daughter for those 2 weeks,
right?
I like to build my story.
Please
Shane.
do.
I like
Please
to layer and texture my shit.
I spoke with her about the.
I'm like an onion over here, Shay.
I spoke with Leilani about that trip. By the way, look, soon as I brought it up, her face. I mean, she's always happy and looking, but her face just lit up like a damn sunflower blooming. She's like, well, we went to Atlanta for 2 weeks and gave me the whole. She's what, 14?
14.
How old is she? 14. Yeah.
She's becoming a young lady.
She's
not
definitely becoming a young
little
lady.
girl no more.
She's definitely becoming a young lady.
I remember that little girl used to come into your booth and play with the toys and stuff. Now
she always wanted to build the biggest train she could. Yep.
She's becoming a young lady, man. Yep. They grew up fast, Shane.
She got that 80s afro.
Oh, she loves rocking her afro.
I love it. It's beautiful.
She rocks the hell out of afro. Yeah.
So, anyways, y'all went to Atlanta.
So we go to Atlanta. So the last week we was there, that Saturday before Father's Day, because we left on Father's Day that Sunday. That Saturday, my family was having a family reunion. We do like a yearly annual whatever family reunion in the park.
Okay.
Cool. I grew up going to this thing. I haven't been in 20 years. Over 20 years. Since I left, I have not been to this family reunion.
Is it
So it's just coincidental that they were having it while I was there.
Okay.
So I was like, well, shit. My My daughter go get to meet some family and cousins that she's never seen.
Okay.
My son met them, but when he was just a baby.
Right.
Baby. So he wouldn't even know who they are. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they, so we go to the family reunion. We get there, we go to the family reunion. We're hanging out, a couple hours go by. Next thing I know, the police shows up. APD, Atlanta Police. Because we in the heart of Atlanta, or right outside of Atlanta, kind of.
Where was it?
So we was off what they call, it would have been like Northside Drive, so you have the I was going to say the Georgia Dome, but the Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
We were maybe a mile from the Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Okay.
If you ever seen the Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the FIFA was going on at the time.
Okay.
So I think the reason that they stopped us from being in the park, because for one, there was a lot of people out there. So
they didn't have a permit to be in the park. They just crashed the park.
Some people was not family, but it was a lot of people out there. Some people were, you got different sects of family. Like I might not know you personally, but I know you my cousin.
Right. No, but I'm saying, did the whoever, did anybody?
Yeah, they got a permit. Someone had a
reservation or whatever you call it.
Yeah, someone had a permit,
okay. So,
still is, the park is a public forum. Who's to say that I should even have to have a park permit to enjoy? It's your quintessential public forum.
Okay.
You don't agree?
I think that's a very
public. This is Atlanta's park. This is not a private park or federal park. This is the city of Atlanta's public park.
I don't think you should have to have a permit to have a family reunion at a park, but like if you want to make sure that this pavilion is there for your use only, you might need to reserve that. Like you ain't asking permission to be there, but you're saying, hey, look, we got dibs on this pavilion. We're gonna have it for the family or whatever. I don't know. Anyways, whatever. So we got the family reunion.
At the family reunion, I say, if I had to give a realistic count, I would say maybe a little over 300 people.
Okay.
Counting kids, everything.
Okay.
Maybe 300.
Was that appropriate for the size of the park? Or was
the park is fucking huge.
Okay.
Yeah, park is, let's say the park is 10 acres easily.
Oh, yeah.
It's a huge fucking park.
Yeah, okay.
Huge park.
Yeah.
But the police shows up and like, well, for one, y'all over capacity. You was only supposed to have 250. I'm like, well, how the fuck we got over 250 people? He never counted me. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
right.
If you was to argue this in court, how did you know that we was over that? If you never counted, then they hit us with the no amplified music. You don't supposed to have amplified music in the park. So they making excuses just to shut us down.
Your phone is amplified music.
I'll tell you what the police said.
Right. But that's why they got laws like that, so that you can.
If I had to estimate, like I said, I would say it was probably close to 300 people out there, counting kids and everything. A lot of fucking kids. It's probably over 100 just in kids. A lot of kids running around. So you think a parent, you're gonna have at least one or two kids each as a parent. So, they hit us with that. But then I'm sitting back and I'm like, I'm not the leader of the family. I'm not the voice of the family at this time.
Right.
Like y'all haven't seen my face in 20 years.
Right.
So who am I to speak up for everyone out here? So whoever, let's say our anointed leader of the family, the voice for everyone, to say, hey, we got to leave. The person saying, hey, everybody, we got to get out of here.
Right.
They're shutting us down. 300 of us, I would say maybe 10 cops at most.
Okay.
My thought process is, what if we just ignore these motherfuckers and don't go nowhere? My thought process is 300 of us. What the fuck they gonna do? And they don't have enough people to even come try to move us. So this is how I think. This is the I don't want to say I'm not a rebel. This is the revolutionary in me.
You don't think Atlanta police can remove 300 people from a place?
Not 10 of them.
That's the tip of the spear, though. They could bring 300 cops if they wanted to, bad enough.
Us being in the park not causing a problem even worth that type of money.
Listen,
if we just ignore them, I'm not saying violence. I'm not saying violence. I'm not saying motherfuckers get y'all out of here. But what I'm saying is 300 of us, and it's like if you touch him, if you touch Shane, you got to touch all of us.
Right.
We don't want that trouble. But this is how it's going to go.
But you're willing to go there.
Correct. I'm willing to go there. But I can't go there by myself.
Over That's what I don't
over
understand.
our family reunion having a good time. No, it wasn't no violence. It wasn't no drama. It wasn't no fighting. We all having a good time. This is peaceful.
But you're willing to
assembly.
But you're willing to take it to a point where you would assault a police officer.
You talked about it earlier, Shay. What if 100 of us go out there and knock down them fucking flock cameras?
I feel you.
What can you do when we have the numbers?
I feel you, but
we the people. 10 people cannot move.
Dude, you're
300 people.
That's not my point. That's not my point. The point is, what are you willing to take that level for? Not a fucking family reunion. Not at all. Flock cameras, okay, that's a big different thing. I guess I'm, I'm willing to take whatever as far as it needs to go if I need to.
You missing my point though,
okay,
Shay. My point is, when you have the numbers on your side,
right,
you can control whatever situation.
That is true.
When you have the numbers.
That is true.
And we had the numbers. We did not have to leave that park. Because we had the numbers. And then you get into the question of, well, they had no legal reason to tell us to leave the park. If you wanted to argue it, and like it said, it made it to that point, right, to where we went to. What was your legal reason to tell me I had to leave a public park that our tax dollars go towards? It wasn't after hours. I didn't break the law. So the point I'm trying to make, numbers.
Strength in numbers.
It's strength in numbers. And then the last point I want to make, you ever heard that joke with Bernie Mac where he said he went to heaven and they got to the gates and, St. Nick's at the gate like, hey, damn, you got a slim chance, Bernie. But hey, God down there and he said if you can ask him a question that he don't know the answer to, he'll let you in. So Bernie's at the gate with a Mexican guy and a white guy. So
okay,
they get to God. The Mexican guy go first like, hey, why do tortillas taste so good or whatever? Why tacos taste so good? God give him the answer. Yeah, because of the steak and the salt and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm starting to paraphrase a little bit because I'm gonna get to the punchline. White guy ask him, why white women don't got no booties? Whatever the fuck he asks him, you know what I'm saying? And so he gives him the reason why, white women don't got no booty. And then Bernie gets up, Bernie say, when will black people stick together?
Said what now? Wait.
When would black people stick together? Guy had no answer. He let him in.
Okay. Shout out Bernie Mac.
Shout out Bernie Mac. God had to answer every question except for when black people go stick together. We don't stick together, Shane. And we're unorganized. We're unorganized for one.
Who is organized as a race?
Asian people, Indian people. When I say Asian, that falls under Chinese, Vietnamese, Japanese.
Yeah. They stick to their own particular
Indian
part
people,
of Asian, but you're right, they do.
Mexican people.
Organized?
Yes, very. Mexican people, they will only hire other Mexican people. You don't see no black guys out there working beside Mexican guys working on a roof.
Oh yeah, that's true. And probably their family too.
You rarely see interracial Mexican couples. You rarely see like a white guy and a Mexican or a black guy and a Mexican. You really don't see that. You definitely don't see it amongst Asians.
That's a good point.
You definitely don't see it amongst Indians.
You see it?
Nope.
Well, J.D. Vance is married to an Indian, apparently. That is the only one I know of, though. There's a big culture difference, I think, between India and USA. I think it'd be tough to be married to somebody from a culture that was that much different. But you're right. You don't see Chinese people marry Chinese people.
White people on code, too, though, Shay.
White people what?
On code, too. Probably not like it was years ago, but white people on code with each other, too.
On code? Oh,
on code. I got y'all stick together with each other as a collective. Y'all starting to slip a little bit.
Slipping a little bit?
Yeah, y'all slipping a little bit.
We've spent our whole lives being told that it's racist to stick up for each other.
No, y'all do a good job sticking up for each other.
Sometimes.
A lot of times.
Easy for you to say. It's interesting.
We crab in a fucking bucket.
Oh, don't act like we're not either. But I do think that's I don't think that's a racial thing. I think that's an economic thing. Poor people are always keeping each other down. Poor people are always keeping each other down.
Mm-hmm.
And if you talk about under a certain
economically, level, black people are at the bottom of the totem pole.
I don't know if that's true.
As a collective, economically,
you're not.
Yes,
you're not.
I'm an outlier,
bro. You okay? I don't know if you are an outlier.
I'm an outlier, Shay. Yes, I am.
I don't know if I agree with that, man.
In my community, I'm an outlier.
I have known lots and lots of black people that had at least as much money as me, if not more. And I ain't never had a lot of money. I used to have more than I do now, but
because you're an outlier too. I'm on the high end, you on the low end amongst your people. But my high end is at y'all low end. If that makes sense.
You know,
I'm on the high end for black people, maybe.
I was listening to
but compared to
I was listening to a commercial. I'm not a commercial. I was listening to our episode where we talked to Ursula, I'm sorry. Shout out Ursula, the loctician.
Yeah. Ursula the loctician. She asked about us the other day, by the way.
Her social media posts are hilarious too.
I don't keep up with them.
It's hilarious. She did one where she did I don't like keep up with it necessarily, but I do follow her on Facebook or whatever. And she had a post where she was given like rules when you come to the loctician, don't do this. This is really stupid. Mm-hmm. And the rules would come up on the front screen and she was just kind of dancing in the background with a big ass smile. It was hilarious. Mm-hmm. I was laughing and be like, do not come to me with whatever. Don't fart in my studio or whatever it was.
You gotta go.
And she's just dancing in the background. Uh-huh. But I remember listening to her, and I don't want this. Man, we've done enough race lately. I don't even. You know what? No, I ain't even going in there. Nope, I ain't even going there. I don't want to talk about race. You know what I want to talk about? My son Daniel.
Shout out Daniel.
Shout out Daniel Knox. He may not hear this because, in his words, he's pissed off.
Hey, who?
Me.
Why?
He said, I'm done with Vendor Chronicles for a minute.
Oh.
And I said, what are you talking about? He said, I'm pissed off at you.
Mm-hmm.
He was listening to the episode where we talked about pickup lines.
Oh, okay.
And he said, I don't want to put words in his mouth. I'll do the best I can. But he said, Dad, you would not listen to one thing that Q had to say. Every time he started to talk, you either interrupted him or talked over him. And you didn't want to consider anything but your own opinion and anything except what you thought was wrong.
Shout out Daniel. Daniel got my back. Hey, Daniel.
He said, the fact
my
is,
dog.
You too old to try to pick up somebody in the bar.
For what?
Younger women need somebody with wit and they look for a little bit of humor. And I'm with Q that pickup lines are a good thing and you should work on them if you're a single person trying to find somebody to go out. And I'm like, damn, dude.
Damn, shout out Daniel,
oh,
man.
No, he hit me with both barrels, man.
Daniel had my back on this one.
Like number 7 shot in him, too.
Damn.
Man. You could have put some number 9 in there or something. You hit me with the, shit.
Damn, Daniel.
He tore me up.
He tore you up on it.
So he didn't say I was being an asshole, but that's what he meant.
My dog. Shout out Daniel.
Yep.
Damn.
I haven't decided what I'm going to do to get back at him yet.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I'm working on something good. It may take a while.
That's good. That's good shit.
A dish best served cold.
That's what they say.
That's what he said, man. He said, you need to be a little bit more open-minded. I said, okay.
Like, yeah, you got to be open. Honestly, because they got the advent of social media, Shay. Cute girls get hit on all day long.
See, and
not only in person, but online. Like everybody's in her DMs.
My point was, instead of hitting on them, just be real with them, because everybody's going to come.
That ain't going to stand out. My point I was trying to make, you got to do something that's going to stand out amongst the fray, because everybody's coming at her all different ways,
and everybody's coming at her trying to stand out. And if you come in well, hell, I don't know that. Fuck. Look, it's been forever since I tried to pick up a woman.
Mm-hmm.
But I would think, especially the hotter they are, the more they got people, like you said, everybody's trying to come in with an angle.
All
so
different
everybody's
ways.
Trying to got some little cute thing to say or some kind of cheesy pickup line or whatever it was. And if that's all she ever hears, the one guy that comes in just, just a regular dude is going to be the one that sticks out.
Okay.
Look, I'm not saying it's a solid theory, because if you want to look at my track record, how I got a beautiful wife like the one I've got is unbelievable, because,
beats me every time I see Jessica.
Hitting way above my batting average. That's for damn sure. That's for damn sure. So,
Oh, I got something else to tell you. I guess
we haven't heard enough stories about that.
The cap off my last story is, man, it's strength in numbers. I like the way you put it. That's the way it's strength in numbers. And when you have the numbers, you got to realize that.
I do think it's important to,
whatever the cause may be,
choose your battles.
It is.
Choose your
That
battles.
is true too. It's a wisdom.
That ain't said if you can't have a family reunion, but who am I to say? If you can't have a family reunion, what can you do? What can you? I mean, yeah.
In your quintessential public forum, the fucking park.
Especially when you got a reservation. Yeah,
we were permitted. Yep.
I hear what you're saying, and I think you're 100% right. I also think, sometimes maybe they count on this saying, you know what, it's easier not to fight it. Same thing with those tickets or whatever. Same thing with those flock cameras.
Correct.
It's going to require an act of civil disobedience to do something about it.
Act of civil disobedience.
And when do we do it?
When do we do it? We done got solved. Yeah, we know it's problems, but it's like, fuck.
I like the flock camera idea because I think it would bring a lot of us together. I think, I got that racist ass neighbor down the road I've talked to you about before.
Mm-hmm.
Me and him might go together to fuck up a flock camera. That might be the one thing that would bring me and him together, would be like fucking up a flock camera. He might teach me how to grow some corn because his seems to grow and mine don't. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Now we might end up being buddies. Yeah, remember that time we fucked up a flock camera? I don't know. I'm not advocating fucking up flock cameras, but if you want to, send us, call in and tell us what you did.
Mm-hmm.
Don't give us a thing ahead. Don't give us a heads up ahead of time. But yeah, I like to talk to somebody that fucked up a flock camera. They're gonna come up with something different though.
We go to Orlando. You know about our little trip to Orlando. We get back. We get this notice from the USPS. My wife was like, "Hey, we got this notice with our name on it. We got to go down there and sign for it to the post office." She goes, get the package or whatever, gets back home, opens it up. We're getting sued.
Okay.
We're getting sued, Shane. You won't believe what it's for.
Wait a minute. You or Hustle and Pop?
Me and Cynthia getting sued.
As individuals?
Remember I told the story about the kid that drowned in our neighborhood a couple years ago?
Correct.
It's been 2 years. Correct. It happened summer 2 years ago.
I remember.
We got a wrongful death suit on our hands for the kid drowning in the pond behind his house. So I have a retention pond behind my house.
But he didn't.
Behind that is some trees and then another retention pond. He drowned in that retention pond, not the one.
Is that on your property?
No.
So he didn't pass away on your property?
Not at all. But it's 4 different families on this lawsuit. So I don't know if he just throwing shit at the wall to see what sticks on his wrongful death suit. He's suing his next door neighbors. He's suing a person whose pond house is directly in front of the pond. He's suing another lady around the corner and us on this lawsuit. Wrongful death for his kid drowning in a pond. That's fucked up.
That's slimy, man. That's slimy,
as fuck, Shay. Your kid drowned. I spent my Sunday evening trying to find your kid.
Whose care was the child in when he drowned? The mother and father, right?
Yeah,
they were at their house.
It's their kid. It's a 5-year-old. Yeah,
no babysitter. Them off at your house.
Nope. I never even knew the motherfuckers.
And the 5-year-old had special needs, right?
Autistic.
He was autistic.
And he was an eloper. They knew he liked to get out. And they knew when he got out, he liked to go either to the neighbor's house, if the neighbor garage was open.
And so now they're trying
he'll go to the pond directly behind their home.
Now they're trying to
wrongful death lawsuit from his estate. It says it's under his estate. His estate is suing us. The
estate of the child.
The state of the child. The estate of the child. The state of Carson. I can't remember his last name, but I know the name Carson because I yelled it for 2 hours straight looking for him.
And of course, the parents are the immediate beneficiary of the estate of any child.
The state of lawsuit. But I'm like, why even wait? This is not going to go nowhere. We got our lawyer. I think the only way it would go somewhere if we just tried to ignore it. and then do nothing about it. And that's maybe what the guy's hoping for.
But now you got to spend time and money.
Correct.
Because your neighbor is trying to.
Time, money, my reputation. You see like you pull my name up, wrongful death lawsuit come up again. You think I done did something nefarious or something to a kid.
That's fucked up.
It is very fucked up.
That's some fucked up, slimy shit.
Some fucked up. And it's 2 years later. This shit didn't happen yesterday, last month. This happened 2 years ago.
Wow.
So we called up.
How much are they suing you for?
I can't even remember. I ain't even look at the shit. So we basically called up our home insurance and they're gonna handle it basically.
Yeah,
at this point. Yeah.
For sure. And that's probably what they're hoping is they're probably sending out a Hail Mary hoping somebody's home insurance will pony up $50,000 just to keep them to shut up.
Just to keep them to shut up.
That's fucked up, man. That's some slimy ass. So
like whenever I see this guy, I'm giving him the finger. I don't care if he's walking his kid.
Fuck you.
Come by my straight up 2 fingers.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, dude. You a dirtbag.
Yeah, that's some slimy.
That's some dirtbag shit. I felt sorry for you. I spent my Sunday. I still got a little PTSD from seeing the fucking kid.
I'm sure. You don't really know the guy, right?
Whenever I think of that kid's name, I can see that kid like it was like a picture in my head. Like fuck it, like it just happened. I don't know him. Yeah, I don't know the guy.
Wow.
But I don't wish that what happened to him on anyone.
Of course.
But it's not my fault your kid got out and drowned.
How are you? I'd love to read that lawsuit. I'd love to read the.
He's going through Alexander Shinar, I want to say. He's going through one of those firms like that. Yep. Because he already tried to sue one neighbor. It didn't go nowhere. It got dismissed. So now this is his second attempt at it, but he added more people to the list.
How could you possibly be liable?
No way I could be liable. It didn't even happen in my retention pond.
That's what I'm saying, but we don't. I mean, the law is crazy sometimes too.
It could be.
If they put you on there, there's got to be at least like it can't be a 0% chance.
How?
I can't imagine.
It's not. It wasn't even on my property.
I can't imagine.
And even if it was, who knows? But still,
pay attention to your 5-year-old autistic child.
Pay attention to your 5-year-old autistic child.
You're talking about a piece of property that is basically undeveloped. Listeners may or may not know if you haven't been to Q's backyard, but he's got a backyard that's regular size of a normal backyard.
That's fenced in.
And then beyond that is the rest of the acre.
Correct.
He owns.
Correct. A pond and some trees. A retention pond and some trees.
It's just undeveloped land.
Yep.
Keep your 5-year-old.
And it didn't even happen on my land though. It happened on the the second retention pond.
Yeah.
I'm saying the second retention pond. But yeah, that's just some slimy.
You might.
Dirtbag. That's some dirtbag shit, Shane.
You know what? How much you want to bet your insurance company comes back and makes you build a fence around that retention pond?
They better pay for that motherfucker too. Shit.
How big is the pond?
Ooh. I say wide. It's let's say 40 by 60. 30 by 60.
That'd be a big ass fence to build. 30 by 60?
I say 30 by 60.
That's a fence because you got to build the fence. It's more
oval shaped. It's oval shaped.
That'd be a large expense if they made you put a fence out there.
Even if like a cheap ass chain link fence or something.
Yeah,
I fuck around, go out there, just put a cattle fence up.
I was gonna say I'd go to Harbor Freight and get me a roll of that.
Roll that shit and put a damn. Yep.
You still even with that. With the length that you're talking about, you're talking about hundreds of dollars.
Hundreds of dollars.
Because you're going to have to get some 4x4. I guess you could put it on those metal stakes.
Yeah, I do the metal stakes.
Metal stakes or whatever. You could do that.
But still.
It would have to be, the openings would have to be smaller than a certain size so a kid's head can't. But then once you've built the fence, you would have to maintain it because if it had a hole in it.
Maintain it.
If it had a hole in it and somebody got through and something happened, now you would definitely, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, your fence had a hole in it? You had a fence but it had a hole in it? I can hear Johnny Cochran. Remember the Seinfeld episode where they had the fake Johnny Cochran guy on there? You don't remember that?
I ain't never watched Seinfeld. My grandma liked it.
Oh, okay. They had Kramer got burned by something or whatever, and his lawyer was obviously a Johnny Cochran ripoff. He even had the same initials as Johnny Cochran. I can't remember what it was. And funny. He was hilarious, dude. The guy played the part. It was hilarious. He would always speak in rhyme, like a Southern Baptist preacher or something.
Mm-hmm.
You've been denigrated and defenestrated and neglected and abused, and we're going to get you recompense, Mr. Kramer. And then Kramer would do something stupid and
recompense.
It was hilarious, man. I can't remember what the guy's
Recourse.
name was. Recourse.
But yeah, I'm getting sued. So cue the messengers getting fucking sued.
That's fucked up, man.
Come home from a trip.
That's some slimy shit.
/ vacation to a damn lawsuit.
That's some slimy
shit.
Slimy shit.
Wrongful death lawsuit.
For you not. That's fucked up, man.
2 years later. That's fucked up. Like how you even, I couldn't even sit with myself. Like, I don't know. Misery loves company. Fuck, I don't know, Shane.
It always hits me when parents try to profit off the misfortune of their kids.
The misfortune of your kid.
That's, we had
well
that long,
put, Shane. You're trying to profit off the misfortune of your kid.
We had that whole conversation about Carmelo Anthony, and I thought about it afterwards. Like, why is that something that fires me up like it does? Because I feel like his mama was profiting off of his, call it misfortune. At this point in time, I wasn't there. Whatever it was, whatever the situation was, I feel like his mama is trying to profit off of that. I want to know where that $600,000 went. I didn't donate, so I guess I don't have a right, And now here it is. I hear your neighbor doing.
I meant to tell this story last week. I never got around to it. Man, forgot all about it.
That's just slimy, man.
That's some slimy shit, Shay.
Wow.
Some dirtball shit. Motherfucker suing me. Wrongful death.
And how
trying
easy
to profit off the misfortune of his kid.
How easy would it be as a distraught parent to get some kind of crazy Alexander Shunara kind of lawyer in your ear, and you're already going through the emotion of it? You know what? I could see where it could happen.
This is 2 years later, though.
Correct.
I'm not saying you still don't have the emotion, but it's been 2 years.
You had time to think. You
really had time to really think about this shit.
That's hard to justify when it's too. Yeah.
This happened summer of 24.
That's slimy. Yeah.
True story.
How much you want to bet they move?
True. They gonna have to, because they suing their neighbors. Dude, you suing your fucking neighbors.
Suing your neighbors. You got to do a lot to me as a neighbor for me to sue you, like a lot. It's going to have to be.
I can't wait. Like, I'm telling you, I want to go throw a brick through this motherfucker window. Like, I'm like, this is fucked up. I'm pissed. He definitely gets some fingers every time I see him, and a fuck you.
I can't even.
If I see him. Dude, you a slime ball.
You ought to walk over and knock on his door. Hey, man, I just got, what's going on here? You for real? You suing me?
Mm-hmm.
For your child dying? I helped try to find your child. I was there when he was found.
I was there when he was fucking
found. Cried in the street.
Cried in the fucking street. I had to go home.
And now you suing me?
You suing me.
Dude, that's fucked up, man. Slimy as shit. The world has people in it like that. That's the kind of thing that makes you lose faith in humanity. Just lose, what the hell?
Surprise, surprise.
You never know what somebody's capable of doing. You really don't. Well,
I don't know what we talk about this episode.
I know we've been doing it for 50 minutes. Yep. We probably will not record next week.
Okay.
That's all right, faithful listeners. We got one coming out.
Mm-hmm.
By the time you hear this, then I can say, do you remember back a few weeks ago when we skipped an episode? Well, we've been traveling and, whatever it is. So we skipped 1 week of an episode. But we're back, baby. Trim, fit, rich, and back for round 2. Here comes Q the messenger with words of wisdom deep in the bowels of Huntsville, Alabama on a Monday evening. Q, teach us something.
Oh, Shane. So,
can you teach me how to do? I'm sorry.
So, I thought about when I went back home for those 2 weeks, and we attended our family reunion, and it was people that I haven't seen in 20 years. They haven't seen me in 20 years. Those people are in the same position that they were 20 years ago. They have not elevated in life. They go into the same park every year. They probably still stay in the same home. They probably still doing some of the same things. I say that to say that from what I saw, yes, it was happy to see my family, and I'm not knocking my family or anything like that. But when you stay in the same place, in my opinion, you stunt your growth. And so when I saw those people, I saw wasted potential. I saw cousins tatted up. You know, they done been in and out of jail. Guys I grew up with, guys I could have easily been if I didn't leave. And if I had to give it an analogy, I would say it's like, say you take a shark and you put a shark in a small aquarium. That shark will never grow to its full potential. Because you stun it by the environment you're in, by your surroundings. You put that same shark in the ocean, that mother becomes a great white. Because he has the whole ocean to roam, not just in this 5-mile radius. Leaving home was one of the best things I could ever do. Yeah, it kind of hurts at first, but hindsight is 20/20. Looking back, joined the military, leaving Atlanta, opening myself up to the world, willing to go wherever. It made me the man I am today. It didn't stunt my growth. It didn't handicap me. And now that I'm thinking about it, people don't know me where I go now. So they don't know me as little badass Quint, throwing rocks, spray paint shit, jumping off shit, doing those same little things I did as a child. That's what they know me as when I go home. I'm not that same person. I'm not that same man.
They expect that from you.
I moved past that.
Other people, I never looked at it from that perspective.
Like the Bible kind of taught like a prophet's never welcome in his own home.
True.
I don't know. What sum that up for me. What would you take from that?
Straighten your spine and open your mind.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a lot of courage to go against the environment you're familiar with, especially when that environment is family. Straighten your spine.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, you chose to leave.
Mm-hmm.
That took fortitude. A lot of the people that didn't leave ended up in tough circumstances.
Or they never improved their circumstances.
Correct. And some of them sounds like they went worse. I mean, jail. They didn't start out in jail.
Correct.
Open your mind. You were willing to go anywhere.
Right.
It didn't matter what you learned as long as you learned something. You know, you say, okay, it didn't matter where I went as long as I went somewhere, but what you really meant was you wanted to learn something other than what you were going to learn right here. You knew if you didn't leave, you were never going to be able to, you didn't know what you were going to learn, but you know it was going to be something.
Mm-hmm. And
you knew you had to do better. Straighten your spine and open your mind. I'm curious about something.
What's that, bro?
I want you to feel real free to say pass on this one.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
All right. So, obviously, I know you personally, and I see your intelligence, your work drive. I'm not sucking your dick. It is what it is. I see you as who you are.
Mm-hmm.
I also see some of the times when you hold opinions that, in my opinion, are detrimental to growth. Sometimes I think you play sometimes I think the victim card comes out of you from your emotional side, and I think that your intelligence side puts all that past and just does what needs to be done to succeed.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder how much of that comes from You came from humble beginnings. Some people had it worse. Some people had it better.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you were below the median on the scale. I don't know. We've talked about it some. It's hard to deny your roots. It's hard to deny where you're from. And if the environment that you were raised in was one where people had a hard time getting ahead, it's pretty easy to stay sympathetic to that, I would think. And that's part of what made you who you are. I don't know, man. I'm philosophizing, pontificating. I'm trying to figure that shit out.
So what's your question?
How much of an influence was the first, you were what, 19 when you joined the military?
No, I was almost 20. I was 21.
21?
Yeah, I was 21 when I went into the military.
How much of the decisions that you make on a, okay, that rebellious streak that makes you want to push back against these cops that are telling you to leave for really no reason out of a park? Or
I'm smart enough not to, though, because I know no one has my back. I can't do it by myself.
Correct. You'd have to have everybody. But
I got to have it has to be one for all and all for one.
But
before I even attempt anything like that.
But the desire to do that, to push back against authority, when a cop pulls you over, you're right. You don't have to roll your window down. That's a legal right. It seems to me to be an insignificant point to push. But to you, it's important to still have that barrier between you and authority. How much of your current decisions are based on the hardwired imprint of the first 21 years of your life, 19 years of your life or whatever? I mean, you saw some tough shit.
A lot.
I'm not putting your you can put your own personal stuff out there, but you saw some, comparatively.
That's what made me who I am.
My parents are still married. Put it that,
that shaped me. You get what I'm saying? Yeah.
Parents have a real good marriage. Yeah, that shit made you. And I think sometimes the cue that I know as a personal friend is like a businessman and a father, all the things that you do that, that are like, fuck, man, this guy's on point.
I still got it.
But you still fuck with cops.
I still got a black side, Shane.
I still fuck with cops on the side of the road. And you call that your black side. And
I got my black side.
But
give me some more black side.
I don't think I think it's just from tough experience. I think there's a lot of poor ass white people that have the same damn feeling now, and I just wonder, I guess it comes back to a larger question of how much of our early childhood affects our lives. I don't know. This will go forever and they don't want to hear it. I'm just interested in how that early part of childhood, if you'd have had, if your mom and dad were still together and still married today, and at 18 you'd gone off to college and, whatever, your life was all the same except for, a more stable family environment coming up.
So me and Kevin kind of had this conversation this past Sunday. Like my kids are soft. My kids never knew.
Correct.
My kids never been in a fist fight, which I'm not saying that to take any
fist fight.
Yeah, never. I'm not saying that to take anything away from them. I'm proud to say that my kids never had to be in a fist fight.
Right.
My kids ain't never had to eat potted meat. Never came home and the lights was off.
Right.
Or we gotta wait till the first of the month to get food stamps again. They never experienced that.
Correct.
Never ran out of gas, broke down on the side of the road because we didn't have money to put gas in the car.
Right.
They never had to go through those things. I went through those things. Going through those things, I think, made me a not only tougher, resilient, made me more resourceful. My kids never had to be resourceful.
Right.
Because all the resources was always there.
So how do we allow our kids to have the advantages of the lifestyle that we've earned and yet still?
I don't know.
That's
the one that's what I'm battling with now. Like, damn, how do I teach this motherfucker resourcefulness? I don't know.
I talk with Daniel about that sometimes, about the way I did with him when he was younger and how he's turned out and what have you. And he's very thankful for the fact that sometimes things were tough, but then
it makes you tough.
It does make you tough, but it also gives you quirks, like fucking with cops on the side of the road.
It also gives you some quirks. It does give you some fucking quirks.
I'm busting your balls, but I got, I got my own quirks.
You're right. It does.
It gives
give you quirks on shit. But it's what made you who you are.
Correct. so you take the good with the bad. I don't know. How do we find a balance as parents when we raise our kids? Let's discuss it again next time.
I don't know, Shane.
On a chilling and compelling episode.
Hope that help somebody out, man.
I hope so.
If you stuck in a rut or you can't seem to get ahead, you probably just need to change your environment.
Yeah. Maybe literally just make a geographical change.
Geographical change. You might be surprised.
When women go through monumental changes in their lives, they often change their hair drastically. A woman's hair is obviously much more important to them than ours is to us. Their hair is a part of their identity. And a lot of times, they go through a breakup or some kind of milestone, even good or bad, whatever it is, a lot of times they'll change their hair drastically. And I think a lot of times the reason they do that is to, it's a reminder of the change that you're going through. And a geographic change is not that bad, especially if you got some crabs around you holding you back.
Yeah.
Straighten your spine and open your mind. This has been Vendor Chronicles. Peace.
Hey.
Good show. Good show. Longer than what we expected.
I think so. I think that was a damn good show. That was an all right show, Shane. Damn.